Well, it's about freaking time, boys and girls. They finally made an RTA, rebuildable tank atomizer, for us lung hitters. Woo! Yeah! Some of you guys out there watching, don't even comment and say, well, the K-Fun, it's made for lung hitters, and look at the Russian 2.0. You can go wide open with that thing. Nuh-uh, not like this. This thing is wide open. Look at that. Wide open, baby. Wide open. That's freaking stock airflow. Can you get over it? 'Cause I can't. Right now, there is not another RTA, rebuildable tank atomizer, that competes with this. Not as far as vapor production and flavor. This takes the cake, man. I mean, I'm talking about compared to the K-Fun, the Aqua, the Exprimizer, the Orchid, the Typhoon GT, the Foggers, especially for you guys that love RDAs, rebuildable dripping atomizers. You like that airy airflow, you're going to get that with this. Plus, you retain the flavor. Flavor is stellar for a tank, an RTA. It's nothing like a dripper. It's nothing like a rebuildable dripping tank atomizer like the big dripper. It's not like that. But compared to the K-Fun and all those others I just mentioned, it's better. It is better. And it's all about airflow. For me, it's all about airflow. Right now, I've got a 90% VG. 90% VG in here. Okay? I'm not getting a dry hit. I can take hit after hit after hit after hit, and I'm not getting a dry hit. That's impressive. Another thing that's impressive about this device is the price point. Depending on where you purchase this device, it retails anywhere between 30 and 45 bucks. Now the specs. It comes with one Pyrex tank. It holds 5 mils of e-liquid. You have 2 color options. You can choose the black like I did, or you can choose silver. It comes with this nice wide bore drip tip, or you can use your own drip tip. Oh yeah, I didn't even mention what this device is called. This thing is the Lemo by a company called E-Leaf out of China. They manufactured this bad boy. It's got an adjustable stainless steel pin at the 510 connection to make connection with all your devices, your mods, your mechanical mods, etc. And that leads me to talk about the base, okay? It's made up of 2 parts. The 510 connection unscrews from the actual base, and inside there, you've got your fill hole with a screw that screws in to plug it up, and then you've got a pin in the middle, and that pin is made to adjust. You screw it, I believe, counterclockwise to loosen it up, and then clockwise to tighten it up. Just like the K-Fun designs and most of these other RTA designs that are out on the market right now, this design, this device, the Lemo, also has a chimney slash shaft section. But there is a difference with this device versus those. The shaft section is significantly wider. It's definitely more bored out. You're going to get more airflow, and because of that, I feel like I get better flavor off this device than those, especially when using heavy VG based juices. The flavor I get off this 90% VG juice is really, really, really good. Like I said, it's not like an RDA, it's not like an RDTA, but for an RTA, it's way better, in my opinion, than the K-Funs. Way better, and it's just because I'm able to get more airflow off this. It's like if the airflow is cut off too much, it's like you're suffocating it. What kills a fire? Suffocation. What makes a fire just blow up? Airflow. You need air to get fire. It's the same way with flavor. Now, too much air is going to cause you to have less flavor because you need a little bit of that restriction. Well, you get that restriction. I would say it's equivalent to, the air draw is equivalent to something like a 2mm air draw off of an RDA. Something like, for example, the Tugboat, the version 1, wide open, before they had adjustable airflow, it's equivalent to that, the Tugboat. Okay, that's what you get off this as far as airflow, and to me, it's just damn near perfect. So that chimney section on this device screws onto the deck, and then you have 2 channels. Just like the K-Fun, you have the channels, and the juice runs up to the channels, to the deck, to the wick, to the coil, etc. That's how it works. You'll see it in the close-ups what I'm talking about. I mean, look at that. Vapor production is freaking champ, baby. I mean, it chucks with an RDA. It chucks with a rebuildable dripping atomizer, and that's impressive to me. Now the machining and the quality control, I'm going to rate it between a 1 and 10 scale, just like I have with my most recent reviews. With the materials, E-Leaf does not market what type of stainless steel it is, whether it's 304, 303, or even if it is or isn't stainless steel. They don't market that. But what I can tell you is, when I first received this, I opened her up, took her apart. This thing did not have machine oil on it. I mean, it was squeaky clean. It wasn't quite as clean as something like the Dark Horse RDA, but I mean, it was clean. No machine oil. The threads on this device are not buttery smooth, but they're not bad. They're not horrible. I'd say they're about average. The metal parts feel a little bit thinner than something like the K-Fun, the Typhoons, the Orchids, the Foggers. It feels thinner, okay? It's definitely lighter. It doesn't feel as hefty. So rating it from a 1 to 10 scale, I'd have to give this device a 7 out of a 10. It's a little bit above average. Like I mentioned, average to me is a 6.5 out of a 10. Pro number 1, this thing holds a ton of e-juice, 5 mils. 5 freaking mils. else. 2, fits on all my mechanical mods, all my variable voltage, variable wattage devices. The airflow on this device is ballin', man. Ballin'! I get just enough restriction off the draw, but it's just airy enough. You know what I'm saying? Another pro, I can use heavy VG-based juices in here like I mentioned. No dry hits. Love that. Every drip tip that I own has been compatible with this device, and it comes with a great drip tip, a wide bore drip tip, baby. Here's another biggie pro, a biggie pro. This thing does not leak, man. I haven't had it leak once on me. Not once. But when you install this, you got to make sure that all your O-rings in place. So you should have padded O-rings down at the base. You'd have padded O-rings. I call them padded O-rings. They're the flat O-rings. Have padded O-rings at the top. Okay, make sure everything is sealed. If you don't have one of those, you need to contact the vendor you purchased it from. If you do, make sure it's installed. And if it is, you should not have any leaking. Also, you got to make sure that that screw that plugs into the fill hole where you fill it from the base, you got to make sure that, do I keep saying you got to make sure? You got to make sure that that screw is screwed into that fill hole so you don't have leakage, because it will leak if you don't screw it in there. So plug it up. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Hey, let's go ahead and dive down. I'm going to show you guys this sucker all broken apart, put it back together, fill her up, and we'll come back to FaceTime and wrap her up, and I'll show you where you can get one of these bad boys. So here's the box the Lemo comes in, and this is how it works. You slide this sucker out, and at the top, you see your tank. Lemo time. Pull the tank out. You got your instructional manual. Okay, more instructions, some extras, screwdriver, flathead, Phillips head, extra O-rings, extra padded O-rings, extra screws. Whoa, what do we have here? Cotton, 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 cotton. And then some Kanthal. Alrighty, so here's the Lemo RTA. You've got the Pyrex glass tank, you've got the base / adjustable airflow section, the shaft / chimney, top cap, and the drip tip. Here is the tank section, the Pyrex tank section, and I do want to show you this. There are a few chips right there. See that? Right there. And this did come to me like this, by the way. A little rough on the ends, not the smoothest, not the cleanest Pyrex tank that I've seen. Here's the chimney / shaft section. Comes in 2 parts. Shaft section screws into the base section. And the threads, they're not the smoothest in the world, but they're not bad. I mean, they're not horrible. But yeah, that screws into that. Top of this section, got an O-ring to seal in the juice. And then these threads screw into the top cap. Nice wide bore. Way wider than any K-Fun system or Russian system. Here's the inside. These threads thread onto the base right over the coil, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Top cap, drip tip section. There's the threads. See the threads down there? That's where the threads from the shaft section screw into. Down here. You got an O-ring that slides into place up there, and as you can see, there it is. It's clear, nice clear O-ring which seals in the juice. And here's the drip tip that it comes with. Nice wide bore. Drip tip fits snug as a bug. It's almost too tight, but she fits nice and tight, baby. Nice and tight. Looks flush. Looks the tits. Here's the deck and this micro coil I installed, but it comes with a coil which looks just like this. These leads, they go into these holes which you screw down to make connection. Okay, it comes with these Phillips head screws, and like I said, you slide the leads through those holes on both sides, and then you screw it down to make your connection. You can also wrap your leads around the screws and then tighten them down to make your connection, but I like doing it this way. Something different than I've seen, and it's actually pretty easy. I got tutorials coming, guys, on how to do it, so don't you worry. You've got the channels down here. Cotton slides through the coil and sits on the deck, and then it feeds up through those channels to your wick and to your coil, and that's how it works, just like any K-Fun system, Russian system. Got an O-ring down here to seal in the juice once the tank sits on there, that Pyrex tank. Airflow. 4 holes. Here's your 510 connection. You've got a stainless steel pin, positive pin, and it is adjustable. This comes off. Oh man. This comes off. There's your fill hole right there. That's how you fill your juice. adjustable airflow time. You see this pin right here, the pin I'm pointing to? Okay, you got a ring around this pin, and that's how to adjust the airflow. Clockwise, this way, that's to tighten the draw up. Turn it counterclockwise, it's to loosen the draw up. You see this notch? See that ring? As I turn this ring, it closes that draw off, that airflow. You got these threads right down here, and then the ring, as you turn it clockwise, it tightens it. To loosen it, is I like to turn it all the way counterclockwise until it stops, until it's completely open. All the way, baby. All the way. Got my coil wick, got all the hot spots out, make sure that she fires right up. I took the base off, okay? We'll get into that. Screw the base of this chimney section on there. Tank, top cap. Make sure she's nice and tight. And then, next step, we fill her up through that hole. Got her pretty much all the way full. Had to skip ahead. Once you fill that tank up, you have got to screw that screw back in. It comes with a fill screw, and it screws into that fill hole. If you do not screw that screw into that fill hole, it will leak like a son of a bitch, like an SOB. Take your base, screw that sucker on there, and we are good to go. And that is the Lemo by eLeaf. So that is the Lemo by eLeaf. Where can you get this sucker? Oh, well, first of all, questions. Here's the big question. I don't have to answer it. You know why? I purchased this sucker. I purchased this Lemo, okay? I purchased it about 2 weeks ago from a company called Viper Vape. If you go to their site, vipervape.com, I'll have a link in the description. Unfortunately, they are out of stock. But there's two other sites that I know are credible. One, Epic Vape, epicvape.com. I'll have a link in the description. And then two, bvapehappy.com. I'll also have a link in the description. Both those shops are selling these things right now, and they are in stock. Vape Happy selling theirs for $34.99, and Epic Vape is also selling theirs for $34.99. So yeah, do I recommend it? Hell yeah, I recommend it. About a month ago, I saw a buddy of mine vaping one of these bad boys. Never even heard of one. He was like, dude, this thing is a K-Fun killer. This is yada yada yada. That's what I thought. I was like, dude, come on. I've heard this. Every day someone sends me a message. You gotta try this. This is the best. This is the best. And you know what? I tried it. And I said, oh shit, this is good. I'm a believer. So that is the Lemo by eLeaf. This is Rip Trippers, and remember, smoking is dead, vaping is the future, and the future is now.